Hi everyone. We have Mr. C.A. Saurabh Vadwani with us. He is very multi-talented, very awesome personality with us, and currently is working in KPMG, and previously he worked with PwC, and he's a very good friend of mine, and we met in orientation program in Indore. So in this video, we'll talk about some common CA queries. Uh, yeah. So can we start, Saurabh?
Yeah, of course, Sage. Thank you so much for your kind words. And whatever you said for me, it applies to you too. Because, there is a
Thank
reflection
you.
of
Yeah.
moon from the light the sun give to.
Oh.
So there is something good in every person, which is a kind of we can see as a reflection in other too. So thank you so much. Yeah, we can start now, please.
Definitely. Yeah, sure. So first of all, I want to ask, could you tell me after clearing CA, which option we have to select, either job or practice?
Okay, so yeah, once you get your CA cleared, then you have basically most of the people have two options. The people are I must say confused between practice and
Mhm.
job. So I must say
Practice and
that
job, right?
for going into the practice, you need a lot of patience.
Mhm.
Reason being,
Right.
like practice demand lots of time to have an initial setup because until and unless the number of clients get increases and the quality of that work which you get,
Mm-hmm.
it takes so much
Mm-hmm.
of time. So we can estimate or we can just predict that 3 to 5 years is at least required
Exactly.
for a good practice, right? Because once if the
Mm-hmm.
person is getting CA cleared, then he may have the client, but many of the big clients immediately do not come to us because there are many more CA
Right.
with more experience and who can handle the tasks with more cautiousness. So people rely more over the old CA which are been practiced since long time. So if you can give that kind of period to yourself, you can make your step into the market and you can withhold the kind of the duration. So you can
Mm-hmm.
ultimately you can go into the practice, but again the patience is required. That's why many of
Patience is
the people do not take the risk of entering into the practice because of the time which is required to for initial setup, right? So people go and enter into the job, and I must say, even I am in job, so I will say that the job is also a very good options for the CA chartered accountant, right? Because
right. Right.
there are many and much more things involved in job which any person who cleared his CA will like. So there are various
Mm-hmm.
global companies, there are big fours, there are MNCs, industries. They heartily welcome CA and they are in need of CA to work for them. So these are the two options which are basically, but again, the things, whatever suits you will decide you will enter into the practice
Exactly.
or job.
Yeah, it's all depend on you. Like if you have passion, so go with practice for long term. And in job, there are lots of opportunity as there. Now, second question, Saurabh. Like if someone wants to get a job in Big Four, so how he can enter into Big Four. So this is very most popular question with
Yeah, so very nice question. Everyone means, I must say, many of the CA aspirant when they are doing CA, either they want to go into the articleship in Big Four,
Big
or
Four,
else
right?
they think like once I clear the CA, I will definitely go and try into Big Four so that I can be an employee over there and I can experience the atmosphere of Big Four. So perfectly
Mm-hmm.
Big Four is a very good opportunity for the CA. So I must say for entering into the Big Four, you have certain choices with you. Like once you are clear with your CA, you have that perfect CA. The institute arranges the campus for freshers basically, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you get the opportunity for the campus placement from the institute of CA, and they provide you the
Mm-hmm.
platform basically they give you all they arranges for the interview, they make all the arrangement and they give you that platform where you can use your potential to crack the interview and enter into the Big Four. And apart
Okay.
from CA, ICA campus, there are other institute, I must say, not basically institute, but the private organization, that may be the coaching institutes. Like in Indore, we have Nahata, we have Fast, we have other coaching institute,
Right, right,
and I don't
right.
know, there are many more. So this institute also
Mm-hmm.
basically provide you the platform for entering into the Big Four. So they have the campus placement too.
Okay.
So these are the two campus
Mm-hmm.
placement. One is organized by ICI and another organized by such kind of educational institute. Thirdly, like you can personally, with your reference or on the site of Big Four, you can apply over there, where you can have
Okay.
a chance to get an invite for interview. And once you have the invite, you have the opportunity to crack it. So if I come, Sahaj, to the particularly for how much, how is the interview, like how many rounds are there? So when you go for
Mm-hmm.
CA campus placement in like with ICI, so what I personally feel, the number of rounds are quite less over there. Like many people, when I
Okay.
have come across, they just told me only one round or two round of interviews were there and they were selected.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
other, like when you go with some other option, so there may be possibility that you may have to go through various rounds, round one, two,
Exactly.
three. Even they have
Mm-hmm.
a kind of test to check your vocabulary. They have
GDs and all of that. Yeah.
perfectly, yes,
Mm.
yeah. So these are the basically routes by which you can try and enter into the Big Four.
Okay, okay. And do we have any option to enter into Git for like if person is non-CA or semi-qualified chartered accountant? So
Yeah,
do we
for
have any option to
Yeah,
enter
for
into Big Four?
non-CA, like if a person has cleared at least the intermediate examination, like IPC
Mm-hmm.
intermediate has been cleared and the final is not been able to clear. So this kind of
Mm-hmm.
student, because they are working very hard, as we know that CA final is very hard to crack, and many of the majority of the people, like they find themselves unable to go through this, and they also, although investing more of the time in giving the foundation, then IPC, then what I can say,
Exactly.
articleship, they are not able to clear the final
Mm-hmm.
examination. So now this is the time when
Mm-hmm.
people get very depressed that we have given our so much of the years, and finally the final exam is not able to getting clear. So they are
Right.
just stuck up with what to do. So there is a good news that they may also get a chance to enter into the job on the basis of their intermediate examination. And
Mm-hmm.
basically what I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, whenever we are doing CA, we do any kind of graduation degree with it. It may be BCom, it
Right.
may be BBA, it
Right.
may be
Right.
any other degree. So based upon that
Mm-hmm.
particular degree which you have, graduation प्लस योर आर्टिकलशिप जो आर्टिकलशिप का जो ड्यूरेशन होता है लाइक around 3 years. So this too
Right.
also
Right.
add up to your value. Means if you have a good
Okay.
knowledge of articleship, you have a graduation degree, together with, if you have already cleared IPCC examination, you can apply and you can enter into the various companies, I must say. It may be Big Four and other MNCs too. So there are always options available for the intermediate student too. So once they try, I have some of my friends who are working into very good organizations who are intermediate, not basically CA. And finally, when they
Wow.
work for 2, 3 years, 4 years, so they come at par level of CA. Means if they work for
At
two
our level
years,
now.
they will be able to work with CA only. So this
Oh,
is a
that's
thing
awesome.
that once you have experience in a good line, then you can come and you can
Hmm.
at par be with CA
At the
basically.
end, your experience. Yeah. Right. Okay. Cool. Now the next question is like, can you just open about the CA salary and increment and about the growth? Like, if I'm talking about opportunity from the perspective of finance, so what is the increment in
Uh,
CA salary?
what I feel like, whenever a person get its CA cleared as a fresher, it may get around average 8 to 10 lakh of salary, what presently we are getting. So presently what I can see into the market, approx 8 lakh, 10 lakh rupees average is being provided to CA fresher. Last year I have seen like they were being provided around 7.5, 8, 8.5. Now the things has gone good, and around 9, 9.5, 10 lakh are being provided to CA fresher. Once you have a good experience, like for year or two, so you definitely you get a promotion based upon your time of experience and the quality of work which you have performed. So I must say, what I feel personally, the increment is around 15% average. Like if you've joined for with
Okay.
9 lakh rupees, so you may reach out to 10.5
Mm-hmm.
approx.
Mm-hmm.
That is the increment
Yeah.
which you, after the appraisal, what you get in the companies and big four. So
Okay.
once you many of the people switch the companies. For example, if they are working in one big four, they will enter into another big four. So the percentage of hike is much more as compared to what we get
Hmm.
internally into the organization. So
Right.
it may go
Right.
around the
Right.
30%, 25 to 35% hike is there. So that is the
Mm-hmm.
scene. Like people we have seen, they are just switching the companies. The main reason is they get experience with one company. When they switch, they have more hike, more increment as compared to the increment they may get into the
Mm-hmm.
already working organization.
Oh, great. Great, Saurabh. And could you just tell me about the work-life balance in the CA job? Like if you're working with Big Four, so what about the work-life balance?
So working with Big Four is definitely not easy, but I must say it's not very tough too. So what you feel like when you were studying for CA final examination, you were studying whole day. So the effectiveness of study and effectiveness of work, we can understand. So more effectively you will be
Mm-hmm.
working, the more less time you will be involving in the work, more efficiently will be working. So ultimately there will be the balance. But when I come to hours of working, it is not only like 9, 10 to 5 job. It may take your more than 8 hours a day also. So
Exactly.
the main thing is like there is a season which we see, like if you were in articleship, so in audit duration, audit period, we have seen we were working like till night also. So that was the scene when we were in articleship, because audit duration, audit deadline and timeline has to be met. Similarly, like in Big
Right.
Four, there are certain duration time periods where you have to work more, but some of the months are quite relaxing where you can have lesser of work and you can ultimately uh, relax yourself.
Great.
So
Great.
at the end, I
Great.
will say it's not very easy, not very tough too, but yeah, it's upon you. The more effectively and efficiently you will work, ultimately you will get out time for yourself, for your fitness, to your families and friends. And of course, the Saturday,
Okay.
Sunday, we find that there is off. So weekends are the more
Mm-hmm.
inspiring thing, that if you work very hard for 5 days, you have 2 days to uh, have some fun and to give time to your members of family
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Nice, Saurabh. So yeah. So this was all about from our side, and thank you very much, Saurabh. And I'm sure you guys might have grabbed something out of it. And yeah, if you like this video, so please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sesh, for taking out time for all the experience and all the person who actually want to
It's
know
my
about
honor.
this. And I feel that this video is going to be very important and is to be liked by millions of the people.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Sesh. Thank you.
Right, 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 right. Thank you, Saurabh. हाँ भाई बस अच्छा था यार बहुत बढ़िया था नाइस मैन